Hey YouTube, this is the Charizard Authority. In this video I'm going to show to you most of my ultra rares that are in my collection. I just kind of keep one of each. I used to keep the sets themselves, the master sets, but it's got too bulky. I really didn't care about the other cards. These are the main ones that I do care about for anything past Wizards of the Coast. Now these are the original EXs that you're seeing here. With the little EX, it's kind of got a little bubble over it. But of course, these come out in the 3rd generation, and I'm going to be going through these a little more quickly than maybe if I was to cover each one, but I wanted to show you all of them in one video. There's probably going to be some missing just because every now and then I oversell an item, and that's honestly mostly because eBay will restock something without my knowing. I don't even want to get into that. I like selling on eBay, but sometimes they just make things really hard on sellers. There's your first 200 HP card, I think. Was that? Yeah, Sandstorm. Pretty sure about that, man. Can't believe we're almost through Generation 6. Most of these cards are very hard to find now in near mint condition. I went through a couple regular EX sets. You got the Shardy Hollow Birds. This is one of my favorite ones right here. The Team Rocket returns. Some of these cards you might recognize from the World Championship decks. I'll show you which World Championship Ultra Rares that I have at the end of the binder, but it's not complete. I haven't really worked on them too hard. And when I did, it was really frustrating because a lot of them have different signed names and I want one of each version. So when I'd order it online, half the time people were just using other people's pictures and they'd have the wrong signed name. And then I guess with non-hollows it's really hard to tell condition, because I'd buy something near mint and be bent in half or something ridiculous. But other than that, they're pretty fun to collect just because they're harder to get. In fact, these right here, the actual card versions, I imagine would be really hard to do now if you're particular about your condition anyways. There's the non-hollow versions. Oh, that's on the next page for the Pop series. Now if you see any that I'm missing, just send me a message, because I'm sure there's a few in here that are missing. That, like, I believe there's a Groudon and a Kyogre, or Groudon and a Kyogre without the E symbol on it. That's EX series. There's the Rayquaza. Okay, next up, I just put these back here because they're not really ultra rares, but they are their own kind of set, and I thought they were cool. So these are the unknowns from Unseen Forces. A through Z plus the question mark and exclamation. Next up, these are some of a lot of people's favorites now, the gold stars. Really hard to come by because this is when Pokemon was kind of out of the game. People really didn't collect them, and they're like the secret rares of today, where you get one every 2 boxes. To buy a box now is almost impossible for under $300. So I've got all the gold stars in here, including the 2 Pop Series promos, Umbreon and Espeon. Next up we have the Lv.X cards. These are getting a little bit harder to find. This is where Generation 4 started. Remember, Glaceon used to be a $50 card. Azelf was pretty expensive itself, so was Leafeon. That Mewtwo, of course, was. Uxie was. There's a variant of that Dialga. Maybe it's a different Dialga. I don't know, I have it in the back. And these are all the English versions. That Luxray right there was once right at $90. That Rayquaza is pretty expensive. Do I have the same one right there? Looks like I may have duplicated that. It's supposed to be 96 out of 99, but I've got two 95s instead. So, missing one from this video, I guess. And it looks like I've got, no, that's just, okay, so that's the last one, and then these are the two variants. That's the Era Empoleon with Supreme Command of Pokebody. I think the original, let me get back to it. Yeah, it has a Poke Power right there. And then the Dialga you were looking at, just rewind, you can see where the issue is. Oops. See down here, it actually has a yellow fire symbol. Paid quite a bit for that, probably shouldn't have, but I just wanted to finish my collection. And here are all the promos as well. Come out of the tins. Next up we have the primes. I mean, you could get almost every single one of these for $3 or less just shortly ago. But now they have gone back up in price. Which I'm missing one, I think. I thought there was 27 of them. And then here's 6 promos. Next up we have Legends or Half Arts. Like true half arts. I think these are really cool. Just my personal opinion. Never pulled one from a pack, so I was not into bulk selling at that time. I just focused on older product. And that was the last of Generation 4. So now we're on to Generation 5, if my camera will focus, to the capital EXs. These are unique because I'm pretty sure all these are basics, and also the introduction of full arts. That Mewtwo EX, I think that was right around $90 card at once. Darkrai was very expensive as well. Back in Next Destinies, I know the pull rate for full arts was 1 per box. That'd be tough to do now. Very cool art. You got your black Rayquaza. Keldeo was, I think that was right at $60. These I don't remember a whole lot about. No, Landorus was expensive. Lugia, I mean, that ran about 20, so did Articuno. Deoxys, right there, that full art Deoxys was very expensive. Genesect and Virizion, those were 2 expensive cards. Of course, the full arts were even more. This is all Generation 5. Then we've got Legendary Treasures, which is a reprint. Dropped the values of almost all those cards. But they were definitely cool to pull out of the packs, especially when you could pull an EX like every 3 packs or something like that from the Radiant collection. And then we have the emergence of Mega Pokemon and XY. So here's Generation 6. And of course the first Mega Charizard. People are still going nuts over this card. This is one of my favorites, just the full art regular Charizard. Until they come out with the full art Mega Charizard, then I guess we'll all have something to collect. Who wouldn't want a full art Mega Charizard? We still got quite a few cards to go, because after the EXs, I will have the ultra rares that aren't EX. Right there I'm missing that Mega Manectric, which I've ordered this 2 or 3 times, but it seems like every time I order one, the person I order it from just doesn't send it. It runs out of stock. You guys probably hear my little girl in the background. Here we've got the full art megas. Very popular. Right there I'm missing the Mega Rayquaza, because I accidentally sent somebody with full art when they ordered the regular art, so I have an extra full art. But I was short. I sent them that one, so they ended up winning out on it. Okay, next up we have the Black Star EX promos. Now I'm sure I'm missing a few of these. I have not looked into these in depth. I've just pretty much pulled the ones that I've had out of collection boxes other than the pre-release. I think, yeah, or the staff, and then the regular. I'm sure there's others. You've got the XY EX promos. All the way up to the Shiny Rayquaza EX. Oh, there's a page of Charizard full arts. Every now and then I just pick up one or two of them and set them back. Same thing with the Mewtwo. This one's a little more expensive, so I don't set as many of those back. But now we're going to go all the way back to the EX series. We're going to pull out the ultra rares that weren't EXs, or some kind of special name card. Now those have state championship versions. I don't think I got them in here, so I'm missing those. Or if I do, they're in the back and I completely forgot about them. I did put the supersetted hollow energies. I thought they were pretty cool. There's a sealed non-hollow Mew. We're on to Generation 4. You got your shiny cards. Shiny Voltorb, and you got your reprints, some more shinies, a few more reprints, got your Rotoms, then you have a few more reprints again. Run into the shinies, which I don't really prefer these. Those reverse hollow shinies were very hard to get in good condition. Here you got your Arceus. There's 9 of them. That red Gyarados, I do think that one's pretty cool. Now you're on to some primes. Or, well, what do they call them? SL? Yeah. SL1, SL2, they got the same border as primes. These are from Call of Legends. That one's quite hard to get a hold of. Well, it used to be, I don't know if it is now. Moving into Black and White, Generation 5, you have the emergence of full arts. These are not EXs though. And you've got some secret rares, they're embossed. And they've got like some texture on them. And then that card was a big deal for a while there. Here's you another Black Rayquaza, I think. It kind of looks green, he's got a green tint to him. I can't remember. Here we've got some ace specs. You're limited to one of those per deck. It's funny how the oldest cards seem to still be the most powerful, like Gust of Wind, Energy Removal, Computer Search. I can't imagine those actually going in today's decks, like as they were, having limited energy removals. You've got your gold cards, Reshiram and Zekrom. More full art trainers, you got some flares. Professor Birch has gotten awful popular here lately. then your most recent Energy Switch and Verse Seeker. I do not have Ancient Origins in here. I'm trying to sell out my extras. And then to conclude the video, I'm going to go through the World Championship versions that I have. All these cards are going to be reprints and they are non-hollow. What they were using the World Championship decks. You're going to see a few gaps here on this page. The very middle one is a gap. And ones without sleeves, like that one, those are ones that I'm trying to replace the condition on because they're not really up to par. I think these two are missing on this page. They're see-through, so you can't really tell. This page looks complete, and it does include cards like Gold Star Mew, but as you can see, there's like 2 Gold Star Jolteons here because one was used by Tim Ruse, and then this one was by Jason Klasinski. It may have even been separate years, I can't remember. And then the year they had the Lux Rays, I mean, almost everybody used that card in their deck. Very powerful. There it is again. This one's missing. Here we've got some more. And the only ones I kept were ultra rares, like pretty much any card that you would have already seen in this book. And as you can see, 3 of those were missing recently. Those are from the 2013 decks, I believe, or 2012, the 2012 decks. That's when I started collecting these, but I guess that year's decks were just really sought after, and everybody opened them up or something. I really don't know why they're so hard to find. It looks like I'm missing one right there. I must have oversold a card from 2014 decks, maybe. Yeah, last year's decks. So I'll have to go back and add one there. And of course, I know you guys are probably looking forward to it. I am as well. The 2015 decks will be coming out soon. I'll be buying those and selling out the promos. Any of you who want some or cards to play with, I mean, that's a good way to get cheap deck level cards. But you can't actually use them in tournaments. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll have this up. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever sell this, but if any of you are interested in something like this being made for yourself, I can't say that I would be able to do it, but I can help you out. And then if nothing else, I can give you a good direction towards where to buy them. But anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.